are invincible, undeniable, and two-time Super Bowl champions. Welcome to the Indiana Chiefs Fan Podcast, where we talk about our favorite football team, the Kansas City Chiefs. I am Golden Jay, and with me is a three-time podcast favorite, Chico Noise, and one-time podcaster. That's just one, boys and girls. One. We call him the Chief, Phil Jordan. Gentlemen, how are you tonight?
Great. Awesome. Yeah. Great to be here.
They're really on it tonight. We're great. And our special guest is Rob, who is a longtime Chiefs fan and lives in Indiana, so perfect for this podcast.
Yes.
Welcome to the Indiana Chiefs Fans Podcast, man. It's good to have you here.
And you call him
We're gonna call him Coach.
He's Coach. Look at him.
Yeah.
He's all in his Andy Reid get up right now.
He is set.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody who's watching on YouTube, watching the podcast on YouTube. I love his background. I'm a big Joe Montana fan. He was the reason that I started becoming a Chiefs fan. So it kind of puts you in that time frame of when I really started becoming a fan, was when Joe went. That is a great poster. I'm pretty sure I've had that one, and I had the other one there with Joe and Marcus and Derek, which is just below it. Love your background. Almost giving you Phil. He's giving you a run for your money on your man cave there, buddy.
I don't know. I do like the background. Don't get me wrong.
So, Rob, tell us a little bit about yourself. How long have you been a fan? I mean, just give us a little breakdown.
Okay. Well, I've been a football fan all my life. Football is like my sport. High school, college, pro, except for the XFL, USFL, and all that crap. So I was trying to think. It's been I think it was 89. I started really getting into the Chiefs, and a lot of it had to do with the great Derek Thomas. In '88, I watched him play against Notre Dame, and I said, "This guy's a beast." This is in college, and then all of a sudden we draft him, and I'm like, "Oh, I love this guy." And from that point on, I mean, it was everything Chiefs. I lived through the bad years, and now with Mahomes and all the other guys, people just keep saying, "Oh, you just jumped on him because of Mahomes." I'm like, no, I can. There was Joe, there was Marcus, Neil, DT. It's just been a fun ride for the last few years, but it started about '89. I just fell in love with them. So
I think I think that going through those lean years, it's interesting to call, the Matt Castle years. There's always that. For me, it was the Elvis Gerbach years, that were really rough. You thought you had this great quarterback. But I think that's what makes this team now, and especially this year, even more so great to be a Chiefs fan, because you had all those years that were just horrible, and you watch their draft and you're going, "Oh dear Lord, what are they thinking there, and what are they doing here?" And then I don't know, there's just so much excitement for this season, and I think it has a lot to do with being all those bad years that we had.
Yeah, Oh, I'm sorry, Phil.
Oh, that's all right. I was just gonna say I hated funding them with season tickets then, but
well, it was in '93. I decided to become the ultimate Chiefs fan when I went and did that. If you can see it,
Chiefs.
The tattoo. And then when
nice.
I redid it, and when I was in Florida, I decided I wanted to do something for Derek Thomas, so I put it's like a little patch by the arrowhead with the 58 in it.
Sweet.
So, but when I got the original tattoo is when the first year we had Montana, and you're just a Chiefs fan because of Montana, and I said, no, I'm not. Montana's great. I love Joe when he was at Notre Dame. I followed him when he was in San Francisco. It was awesome when we got him. Wish he could have got us to the Super Bowl. It'd been great. But it's not just because of Joe. It's just I love the organization. We've had some pretty good coaches, and Marty. Now we got Andy. We can kick Todd Haley to the curb, but
well, he already dressed like it, so
yeah,
it wasn't too far of a step for him.
Wait, Todd Haley was a coach in Kansas City? I totally blocked that out of my memory completely.
Yeah, that's a good thing to do. He was a great offensive coordinator, but a terrible head coach.
That happens a lot with a lot of coaches that go to head coaching. They're great at their spot position, offense, defense, whatever it might be, and they get thrust into the head coaching role, and they just spiral down.
Yeah. Well, I think you could say that exactly about the guy that replaced him too, with Romeo Cornell. I mean, I loved Romeo as a defensive coordinator. I thought he was really, really good, but as a head coach, and as soon as they said they hired him that following season, even after his internship or whatever, I just knew that we'll just enjoy the games for what they are, because we're not going anywhere. And he's proven that when all the years of head coaching that he's done, he just never had a successful team.
Yeah,
because most of the time he was in that freaking dumpster fire of a team called Cleveland, if I do remember right.
That New England.
Yeah, he was in New England for a bit.
But he wasn't the head coach. He was just the defensive coordinator up there, wasn't
he? Yeah.
Right, okay. So I want to make sure.
And I agree with you. He did great for us as a defensive head coach, or defensive coordinator. Sorry. The head coach, I think they gave it to him because he won 3 of the 4 last games or something like that. So they said, well, maybe he's got something. And, unfortunately, it didn't work out for him or the Chiefs. And I think he retired this year, didn't he?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
I believe. I think I read that
he was
retired.
Yeah, he was down in Houston, I believe, and he retired.
Right.
So, I mean, kudos to Romeo.
Don't call him Romo. That's a whole nother guy.
Yeah, Romeo. So funny story. When we were like, what season was that? We were 4-12, I think, and we were probably 8 or 9 games into the season, and we lost against the Raiders, who sucked also. So we all brought paper bags to the game, and right after halftime, the team came out, and we were like 3 rows back, and one of our friends, he put Romeo, where art thou, Romeo, with some other verbiage, and it made the front page of the Kansas City Times or whatever it's called. Star, yeah.
Right on.
So, yeah, the players came out and they did a double take. They're like this. Like, well, yeah. I don't want to be known as a Chiefs fan at this point. So, funny factoid, when he was the head coach that last year.
Now, how would you feel if you were in Cleveland and that's how you just had to live your life?
I wouldn't be a fan of Cleveland even if I lived there. I would move on. I told you the story about the one gentleman in his obituary for Cleveland. He said, I just want the Cleveland organization to let me down just one more time, into the grave, basically. That was in his obituary, and the owner sent him a jersey of his favorite player. So that was kind of classy.
Yeah. I've heard bad things about going to a Cleveland game up there. Although we were there when we were in Cleveland, when we went to Wahlburgers. Yeah, not Cincinnati.
Same thing.
That's a flashback to the call, guys. But anyway, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is like right across the parking lot from Cleveland Stadium. I don't even know what it's called now. It's probably some sellout bank or something, isn't it?
I don't even know.
All
I know is Arrowhead.
That's all you need to know. Well, here we are, boys. I'd love to get your guys' recap on the Bears preseason game. So, Rob, what did you think of the preseason game?
I'm not a big preseason guy. I'll watch them, but I don't hang my hopes and dreams on our preseasons because we never see the starters that much. I'm more, if I do watch it, I want to see these guys that may step in if we get an injured player. For me, that whole game, I'm like, hey, all you Bears fans, you can hang your hat on that one. You won a preseason game against the Chiefs. Good. Let's see what happens in the regular season, because I'll tell you right now, we'll have a better record than you guys, and we'll go to the playoffs.
Yep. Gunner, what is your take on that preseason game?
You know, I was pretty busy this weekend. And you told Sarah we needed to watch it. We didn't end up watching it. I didn't actually read up a whole lot on it either. Besides,
for the love of,
besides the scores, and that was about it. Just wasn't.
Well, even the stats of that game is not anything of spectacular.
Yeah.
Well, didn't the rookie play on defense, the defensive end, that was getting after Fields like 2 or 3 times?
Karlofsky?
Yes, I couldn't remember his name.
Yeah,
he took. He looked good, man.
Yeah, he got himself a sack in that time he was playing. Total pressure all the time. All they can say is this guy has a motor, and it's just always set on high and go.
So I was impressed with him, and I was impressed with Pikachu, or as Jeremy called him in a podcast a while back.
See, now I can't remember his last name. You've been calling Pikachu the whole time.
Pachinko. But he looked good. He came in, I think, the second series, so he got some playing time, I believe, with most of the starters, and I thought he looked pretty damn good. And from what I read online, he's potentially already slated to be the number 2 back, which is impressive. So that's what I got out of the game for the starters, and potential starters, or getting their position solidified. Those are the 2 players that I liked during that game.
Well, we know that Pachinko is going to be on the special teams for sure. I mean, he's signed; it's a done deal. But there's still a couple other running backs that are still kind of in the mix of all that. There's a lot of sayings that he could be the number 2.
Yeah.
The thing that I heard was Rojo is going to get a major workout come this game against the Commanders. And
who?
Ronald?
No, the what?
Rojo.
No, the Commanders. What? Who are they?
Oh, they're that team that used to be the other team that was the
Washington Football Club.
Yeah, that's them.
which they should have kept. I like that name better.
Dude, I totally agree versus the Commanders. I mean, I don't know who came up with this, but whatever. It ain't my team. I don't care.
Yeah, but I know my friend what is Bob? I gotta think of his name. He's a Commanders fan, and he is just beside himself. He doesn't know what to do. He's still got all the old memorabilia. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't even. He's like, they're always going to be that to him.
So will they let you in the stadium with the old gear?
I have no idea.
Huh.
I couldn't tell you.
I'm gonna Google that just because I want to know.
Okay.
not now, just for future reference.
I think that's cool. But there, like I said, there's several running backs that are still there. McKinnon's still there. They're still talking about him, although he is out. He didn't practice much this week. He's got another injury, so it's still hard to say there. But I don't know, it'd be interesting. Like I said last week, I'm excited that we have a running back core that we're looking at to have that could be 5 deep.
Yeah,
and still be productive.
As much as we like Gore, and I know he played with the 3rd or 4th stringers in the 3rd to 4th quarter, he did get his neck injured. He did fumble the ball. He wasn't up to what he looked like, what we saw last year yet. So something to watch, I guess.
Well, I don't know what everybody else's opinion on Gore is. I'm a big Gore fan.
So I
was disappointed in that game from what I got to see him play.
Yeah.
A couple drop passes that should have been easy grabs for him.
Yep.
He dumped them. I just, and the word is we're still in preseason,
Oh yeah.
He was a workhorse during the regular season last year when he played, and maybe if they get to that point, we'll see what happens.
I'm just saying from our perspective, it sounds like,
Right.
he didn't look sharp.
Yeah, exactly. Any other takeaways from I have one more takeaway, but how about you guys? You guys any more takeaways from the game?
Well, see, I missed the first half because I was same place Gunner was for a while, and I got home.
Yep.
I got home and I did something, and I was like, "Oh shit, game's on."
They have this thing
So
called DVR.
No, I live out in the country, not really in the country, but in the country, and so we don't have that. So I got it on Fox and had to listen to the Bears commentators, and so it was like, what I watched, I was like, I'm not real impressed with the fourth or sixth or seventh string quarterback we have, but that's okay. He won't probably be on the team. But that Leo Chanel, from what I saw, he was all over the field. That's what I like is a deep. I want to see our defense be a lot better than it has in years past. Not waiting till halfway through the season, going, oh hey, let's turn it up now. It's time to play. Let's start out beginning of the season just kicking the crap out of people, and let the offense do what they have to do, and we stop their offenses.
Well, I think as we mentioned before, I don't want to be a number 1 defense. I want to be a number 10 or a number 12. I'll take it. Number 15, middle of the pack. Yeah. I don't want to be in the 25 to 32 range.
Yeah. I want a team that's balanced on both sides. It's something that I don't think Kansas City's seen in years, where you have a good offense and a good defense all the same time. Mm-hmm. Usually we have one or the other. And some of the stuff that I was researching and going over, they talked about the defense and how hard it is for defenses to kind of congeal into that Spagnuolo style defense. And it takes them a little bit of time. So, halfway through the season, then they kind of buy into his system for some weird reason. I don't know why they can't buy it up front and center, but
well, it sounds like they need a foot in the ass in the first 6 weeks or something. Or, easier schemes the first few weeks. I don't know. Well, I don't know. And
that's what they talked about with Leo Chanel is that he's a great athletic player, and they think he's going to get it, but they said there was a lot of, and like I said, I need to go back and watch. I really want to just kind of break it down play by play, but I don't know if I have the time to do that. And I want to see what he was doing. But they said sometimes he just kind of looked like he was lost. And the reason is they're kind of piling on him. They want him to do this. They want him to do that. They want him to run this. They want him to be that. And I think he's getting a little overload right at the very beginning, to where he's getting a little lost in which commitment he's supposed to be into during that particular play. So it'll be interesting to see how he kind of works through that. They say he's a smart player and that he can handle it. He's just going to have to get a grasp on it. So definitely looking forward to see what he's going to put out there. I know I didn't watch him in college. I just watched his highlight reel, and that is one badass mother right there. But I mean, he is go to the ball and hit hard, and I love it. So,
well, I think, preseason's preseason, right? This is a first game at full contact, so I think it's all, it'll come together for him, I think.
But I agree with Rob. I like to watch preseason to see those players that you don't see every week. And that's what I was explaining to Bobby a little bit ago. She's like, it's preseason. Why do you care? Because I get to see that third, fourth string guy who you never know may have to step up and be the next man up.
Yeah, like
you never know.
Like our offensive line in the last Super Bowl we were in. All second and third stringers for the most part.
Exactly.
That's not what you want to see in a Super Bowl, folks.
No, you do not. Especially when you're going up against Tom Brady.
Yeah, and one of the friends at the campground, Yogi and Jeremy, after we lost, he comes to my lot and he's running around my lot in circles like this. He's like, "Who am I?" I'm like, "Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl, running for his life." So they had fun with that.
Well, as long as they had a good time.
They did.
Was that Mike?
No, it was not Mike.
All right.
It was Sean.
I'm not sure if I know exactly who that is, but that's okay. So one more takeaway from the preseason game, and then we'll get away from that, and we'll just talk some shit. So, Justin Reed's field goal.
Oh shit! I forgot about that. Oh yeah, that was badass.
Rob, did you get a chance to see that even in the highlights?
No. I saw him hit the 65 on YouTube in practice, but
right.
I didn't see the extra point or whatever he hit, and they said that maybe he should play instead of Buckner. I'm like, I don't know.
No. Buckner is our man. I mean, he is.
What I heard about the 65-yard field goal was there was one or two tries before and then one or two tries after that were just abysmal. So what you got to see in us was a 65-yard one. But to your point, Jeremy, I thought it was badass. What if Bucker gets hurt, and you do need an extra point, and who knows what happens in a season. Can you use them? Okay, maybe. Do you use your placeholder? Do you use your punter? Well,
how many times have you seen that where, they're warming up and they pull a groin or something and they're stuck without, or they're stuck with the punter. Exactly.
Yeah. And I said, you never know, man. He might be he might score that 1 point we need, But I'll tell you what, did you see him smiling on the sidelines?
Oh yeah. Yes. That's what I was about to say.
All of his defensive guys are like, yeah. Yep. It's kind of like watching, linebacker, in the backfield or something, scoring a touchdown. It's the same thing,
Right.
And we've done that. We brought in defensive people to score touchdowns, so it kind of reminds me of that.
Exactly. Yeah.
I loved it. It was awesome.
I thought it was great. And I heard that he had like one warm up kick, and they were like, "Hey, go kick this PAT."
Oh, but just think of the possibilities, though.
Oh yeah,
yeah. He's fast. He's a defensive back, right?
He's a corner. He's a corner, isn't he?
Yeah, something like that.
No, he's safety. He's safety.
Well, think about something like that. They go out for a trick. Okay, go do the PAT or something, and the bastard runs it in for 2 points.
Well, yeah,
because he's a fast. He's got some speed. I'm just saying, there's some possibilities for some trickery there in my mind. So that's what I'm thinking about. Not only place kicking, but faking it.
Hey, whatever works. I'm down.
Yeah, what if they wanted to go for the win instead of a tie? I'm just giving you,
scenarios. You never know what's going to happen.
Safeties are fast. They got to keep up with wide receivers, and bam, right around the edge with lead blockers. Game over. I called it right now.
Rob was going to be shaking his head about week 7, just going, son of a bitch. So you ain't going to ever hear the end of that now.
I'm writing that down.
It'd be like worth 160 points or something, right?
Point, or I might have to bet on that one. Put $160 on that.
Oh, yeah.
$160 on that one.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm calling it. That's one of my calls for the season.
I'll have to look on FanDuel and see if they have a prop for Justin Reed scoring a 2-point conversion.
They do. There ain't no doubt in my mind.
Well, they do have props. Who's going to score last and the player? So if it was fourth quarter and you want to go for the win, you never know.
I might split it with you then, Phil.
Oh, trust me, I do a lot of betting. So that's my other vice during the season.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. We're not even going to go into that. We're not talking about that.
Yeah.
He's got 2 phones and no waiting. You know what I'm saying? He's got 2 things going on. and the laptop.
Oh yeah, I'm all in. Now I bet on college too, and I don't know a damn thing about the teams. I take the over on every single bet, and I win 2/3 of them.
Yeah, I might have to call you for some bets. Win some money.
Phil's the new bookie.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Oh, I just say I gotta call my bookie Phil. He'll give me the right ones.
That's right. So we ended up signing Danny Shelton this week, and he's out on the practice field during camp this week. Have you guys done any research on him? Do you know much about him?
Zero.
I think I've seen him play against play a couple times. Big guy in the middle. I mean, but he could I think maybe give Jones a little bit of a breather every once in a great moon. But
from my understanding, he's going to be a great second guy. Like you said, he's going to be the backup, and he's going to be able to step in. But I hear he's as big as a house. They call him the house, as a matter of fact. And there was one game that they triple teamed him, not double teamed. They triple teamed him, and he still blew through them like they weren't there. But
so where is he coming from, and why is he available?
I can't remember where he's coming from. I'm drawing a blank right now.
I mean, those are my two questions. Where's he coming from, and why is he available? Is my Chiefs see potential in a lot of players that other people didn't. So I'm not going to discredit anything. I was just curious.
I right off the top of my head, I'm not 100% sure where he came from. I probably could have told you that like 4 hours ago when I was listening to them talk about him. But...
Oh, okay. Because I looked at over the cap last week. We're at 9.9 million available. So
I think with the signing of I read just a little bit ago, I thought we were about at 6.1.
Oh, okay. So
we have come down a little bit, yeah. But I don't think Shelton took a ton of. I think he took a 1-year deal.
Gotcha.
Maybe 300,000 or whatever. But so I
just Googled. He came from the Giants.
I was thinking the Giants. I was thinking of the Giants. And did he come from? Was he drafted by Cleveland by chance?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. No, I'm serious. I was drafted by Cleveland.
How is it every podcast?
Then he played for New England.
We wind up with Cleveland every podcast.
Because it's the fun dumpster fire to talk about.
Oh, my God. Hopefully no Cleveland fans watch this, but they'll probably agree anyway.
Yeah, that they will. But, yeah, hopefully he can add a little depth, and we can, definitely use him. So we're excited. I think he just did a 1-year deal, though, so. I think we get a lot of 1-year deals this round.
Well, because we want to see if we get some retreads, right? I mean, Flash Gordon, right? I don't know if he's going to make the cut this year. I mean, he was on a 1-year deal last year, and he didn't live up to potential. And I think that is why we see a lot of 1-year deals, because we don't want to dish out dead money.
Listen, Gordon is not going to make the team this year.
I don't think so either. I watched him play, and I know it wasn't Patrick throwing the ball, but he didn't look good either.
No, he just we wasted a ton of time on this guy. We've given him chance after chance after chance, and he's still looking the same as what he did when he first came in.
Yeah, I totally agree.
We have a wide receiving core that is unbelievable, and they're going to have to make that. They're going to have to make that 53-man roster, and he's just unfortunately he's the one that's not going to make it for sure. That I think for sure. I don't.
It wouldn't surprise me if he made it to the practice squad. He still has speed. He still draws people away.
Yeah.
So I could see him on the practice squad, but I don't see him making the active 53-man roster.
No, definitely not.
Which, by the way, one of the people we cut, someone already picked up.
Right.
I just don't remember who
was that. Lonnie Johnson Jr.?
I don't remember. I read it briefly today when I was on a call. So
right on.
But
I know that was the big name of the last 5 that they cut. to get down to, what is it, the 80 man? Does that sound right to you guys?
They only cut
Yeah.
like 5 or 6 people. So
Right. But they took them from 85 to 80.
okay,
and then they've got to drop them next Tuesday
After
to
70.
Yeah, something like that, and then they've got to drop them down to the 53.
Yeah.
So
well, I don't think he's gonna make it. Which, by the way, did you get my picture last night? 11 years ago yesterday, we were at the Chiefs training camp for season.
Oh yeah,
member day.
I did see that. Yeah.
So that was the Haley years, by the way. I think.
Yeah. No, I don't remember who.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't remember those years at all. Yeah, I'm totally blanking those out. I'm okay with that.
Hey Chico, I forgot to tell you, I like your yellow Chief shirt.
Thank you.
I can't wear the yellow. I can't pull it off, but
just doesn't go with your eyes or what? Just
yeah. And what's cool?
I don't remember where I got this shirt, to be honest with you. I think it might have been in Kansas City the first time we went out there.
It's kind of funny. We were at a game, and the only reason why we found ourselves on TV is my mom's husband had on a yellow shirt. We're like, we're right there. Look, there's that big yellow,
Yeah.
So I was just saying I like it. I forgot to tell you that earlier.
Yeah, I like this shirt. I never wear it.
So we're talking about Josh Gordon. Don't talk about Justin Watson. Have you guys been kind of watching him a little bit?
I saw a thing on YouTube, I think just before we got on, where Mahomes hit him in stride and he was gone. Yep. I mean, it was one of them Mahomes bombs, and he just didn't have to wait on it. He just caught it in stride and was gone. I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh, I think he's got a lot of potential.
There's just something
to draw a crowd.
There's something about this kid that I really, really like, and I really hope that they can make their adjustments, whether they keep 3 running backs or 4 running backs or 4 tight ends or 3 tight ends, depending on whether Blake Bell's going to be healthy or not to come back. Are they going to keep Gray? They're going to keep Fortson. Are they going to keep Kelsey? I mean,
what the fuck did you just?
Couldn't even do that with a straight face. Holy shit! Keep Kelsey, whatever, know.
I'm out.
Hey, now I'm
Thank you for listening to the Indiana Chiefs Fans Podcast.
Hey, remember when I said I was going to drive to that Chicago Writers' house? I'm driving to your house next.
We permanently canceled ourselves right there.
Yeah, that was it, dude.
Don't jinx us, man.
I did it with it. I couldn't do it with a straight face. Come on.
I don't know. Chicago might come after us here after this one.
Yeah, we're gonna hear about it.
I don't care.
I'm going to hear about it from Colton.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't have anything bad to say about the team. I have something bad to say about that writer, which just there you have it. But I don't have any qualms with the team whatsoever. I like to drink beer in the middle of their field. So there you have it.
That's right.
But yeah, so, whatever they can do whatever they decide in the end is obviously, what they decide. But hopefully that Watson can actually make the cut. I mean, Sky Moore, Smith-Schuster, MVS. What is it? MVS. Yeah. I can't say that dude's name. I'm so sorry.
That's why everyone calls him MVS.
MVS. There's just so many great receivers that are playing right there right now. I just hope that he can make it, because I think there's something really good about that kid. I can't wait to see what he does with his career.
I think he has a high probability to make it. Personally, I could see him definitely making the team, and they go without an extra tight end, or like you were going through the different positions.
Right.
I mean, how many times
do we need another tight end?
I think we need one, and that's all we really need. But
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
That's all.
Keep Noah, or whatever,
Well, I'm hoping that Fortson actually, can make it into the season and be healthy.
Yeah.
But once again, with Blake Bell going out during that game, is that how long is he going to be out?
It didn't look. Did you hear what it was? I didn't hear, but
it was something to do with his hip. It was a non-contact. They think maybe when he scored that touchdown, he came down wrong, and then when he got back out, he kind of tweaked it and put him down. But he'll I have not heard one way or the other. But I'll tell you what, though, Hardman went out today during practice
with a groin
injury. Yeah.
Yep. That's why I say I think he's going to make it because, we need the wide receivers for Patrick,
Yes.
To be honest, we the wide receivers, the O-line's set, in my opinion. The running back field is crowded, like you noted.
Mm-hmm.
So
extremely crowded.
So I think, they go with 2 or 3 backs. They bring him in the wide receiving core and, give him a role. Even if it's just to pull, coverage off of Juju or MVS or do a trick, whatever,
Right.
Because the cheetah was a cheetah, he could be double covered and get the ball, but they figured that out.
Right.
That scheme's over. It's now time to, play, 15, 20 yards, take what you can get. And then, once or twice a game, maybe you do the, 40, 50 yarder.
It's time for strategic football instead of fancy football.
Yeah. Or, the Mahomes behind the back left-hand pass.
Fancy football.
Which, if you haven't seen that, Coach, that's pretty impressive.
Oh, I did. Because my wife watches more stuff like that. She was like, "Hey, did you see this?" And she'll show me, and I'm like going, "Okay, was that right-handed, left-handed?" And then I watched it. And I'm like, "That was behind the back, and that was left-handed. Holy crap!"
Yeah, it was pretty impressive. I do expect that to be used.
Well, he used it against Denver a couple years back. That left-handed pass, and I actually was on the road for the another company. And I was sitting in it was like a bar, but it was like their breakfast nook watching the game with a Denver Bronco fan. And Mahomes rolls out and he goes, "Oh, we got it." And I'm like, "Nope, no, you don't." And he threw that left-handed pass. And I said, "Yep, this guy can do anything."
Which, by the way, sitting in my living room is a signed, an 11 by 17 or however big that son of a gun is, picture of that pass. Signed by Mahomes.
Where you live? Your address.
I'm not telling you.
I'll tell you what, I'll ride over there with you and you sneak in the back while I keep him occupied out the front of the house. How's that sound?
That sounds great.
There's a couple things you can grab for me too. Okay, I'll make you a list.
Just look at the wall. Just look at the wall and grab and go.
Yeah, just remember, we all live in Indiana, which means what? We all have guns. And many of them. Oh, that's too funny.
So yeah, Hardman went out with a groin. Jones went out with some back pain today during practice. Just something to note that I wanted to throw out there. Just more little. It's it's that time of year. These guys are coming in and working out and things happen. But
let's knock on wood, which I have right here on my desk. You can hear it now.
Yeah.
A lot of players have been season ending already. Injuries, some key contributors to teams. So I'm happy. So far so good. Let's keep it that way. But take care of those. Don't bring them back too early. Make sure they're healthy for the the starters don't need these next 2 games if they're injured or have minor tweaks. Let them sit out. Because I know Reed said he wants the starters to play all 3 games. Based on how the offensive does, he might have them play the whole first quarter. But if they go down and they do well, like they did against the Bears, he'll pull them.
Right.
That's what I read. So be safe.
Once again, I think it's important to get those second, third, fourth string. Is there such thing as a 5th string? I don't even know. But
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Hey, Jeremy, ask the wife.
Ask the wife. Oh yeah. But give those guys a shot to get out there and get some time in and look for future potential in those guys, because we live that next man up thing. I mean, Kansas City's been very talkative about, being the next man up, no matter who they are. If Chris Jones goes down, then who's the next man up?
Me.
Oh shit. Okay. Well,
yeah, are they going to start pulling people from the stands? That guy right there, the one eating shrimp and lobster tail.
The one that calls the guy Pikachu. We want him.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's such a pussy out there. I don't think I could take a hit from those guys. I'd probably do really well because I wouldn't want to be hit, and I would run really, really fast.
So just run to the right end zone.
Oh well, then there's that. Yeah.
Like in Little Giant, run that way.
Yeah, the other way.
Right.
The other way.
Great movie.
I love that movie.
What was the movie where Mark Wahlberg was a walk-on?
Invincible.
What? Yeah, which right there. Yeah. Speaking of which, it's right there. That was an awesome movie and true story, obviously, of some dude just walking down to the field, say, "Hey, I want to play."
That's not it, but
well,
that's the Invisible.
Oh shit!
I'm like looking around, going, "What is he looking at?"
I thought he had it sitting there or something. I'm like, "Oh wait, no, that's wrong movie, Phil."
Whatever.
No, I love The Invincible. That is a great movie. The Invincible. Mark Wahlberg walking on the Eagles.
Yep, and I like the end of the movie where they show the real guy. I always like it when they show the real people. But to your point, he could have been in the crowd and said, "Put me in, coach."
Yeah, that's true. That's
Cleveland.
true.
Maybe Cleveland should try that.
Hey,
some of the people that are bred up in Cleveland, I'm sure they'd be good football players.
Sorry.
A homeless guy laid in the front of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Grab him.
I don't need a helmet or pads. Just let me play.
Oh, that's awesome.
Baker. Kick it.
We were just bad today.
Oh, it's all worked up. We're all worked up.
What are they going to do with the Progressive commercials without Baker now in Cleveland?
I don't
know. Are they going to do them now in Carolina?
Hey, you know who's the happiest person about that? Baker,
yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't have to look at that freaking bulldog anymore.
Yeah, he finally got off of death row and got paroled.
Yeah. Now he has an actual chance.
Carolina.
Well,
Hey, I'll take Carolina. I think he has a better chance there. Maybe not the first season. They'll build around them. I think it's a good spot for him.
I hope so. I like Baker.
So do I. I like his commercials at least. Well, I like his commercials at least. I'll put it that way.
I don't like anybody who they were going against. Russell Wilson, I'm a big Russell Wilson fan until 2 games this year when he's playing against the Chiefs.
Hey, that's the same with like Peyton Manning. I love Peyton Manning, but when he played the Chiefs, kill him, break his leg.
Pull a Brady. Get him like you got Brady. Get him like you got Brady.
No,
that would be the phantom swipe across his face, and that would be roughing the passer.
Don't get me started on that again, please. I was at that game. Oh, all right. Let's move on. Move forward.
Roughing the Casper is what he call it.
Wow, roughing the Casper. I like that.
No, but when we broke Brady's leg, we screwed ourselves for 5 years or 6 with Castle because we thought he was so good. That's why I said don't break their leg. Yeah, I know. Sorry.
Hey, as a kid, I was a pretty big Matt Castle fan just because that's who I knew.
Oh, poor kid.
You think about those years though. We ended up like having all these 49er ex-49ers, Gerbach, Bono, Joe, Alex.
Yeah, I knew there was one more. It was not dinging.
And it was like, what do we have a special relation with the 49ers? Hey, we're going to get rid of this guy. Do you want him? Yeah, we'll take him.
It's true. You got to wonder that. I mean,
That's interesting.
Oh, DeBerg. We had DeBerg too.
Oh my God! Stop.
Sarah was in love with Alex Smith too. She loved Alex Smith.
I think everybody.
And I love Alex Smith.
I think everybody here loved Alex Smith.
Well, and when we drafted Mahomes, the year we drafted him, I'm like, why are we drafting a quarterback? We got like Smith. Oh my gosh, what are we thinking? Are we going to be stupid and like Dwayne Bowe again, or what?
Oh, don't get me started on Dwayne blows either.
The Dwayne Bowe.
Dwayne blows.
And then,
Coach,
he comes
I had
in
the
and
same
plays
thing.
that's his first full season, and I'm like, okay, I'm okay now. I'm fine. Blood pressure back down.
Yeah. No, I had the same thing during the draft when they traded up.
Mm-hmm.
And you know to go get Mahomes, and I was like, "What are we doing? Why are we just throwing away draft picks?" And but I think they did the right thing. I think they set him a year behind Alex, and got him a chance to learn from a great quarterback.
Yep.
And my thing is that the deal that they made with Washington and Alex was a super deal for Alex. I don't know that it really benefited Kansas City all that much. I can't remember exactly what we got. It wasn't much, but I mean, Alex got a giant contract out there in Washington. It was perfect for him. And I think everybody parted ways happily. And, we've been in Arrowhead Stadium when Alex Smith has come back to beat the gong or just, been there to do commentary, and the fans still love him. And you can tell he still loves the fans.
Oh, I mean, I did, like I said, I just was like, I was just blown away. And then when he starts, Mahomes gets out there, and I'm like going, and I should have drafted him that year in my fantasy football league, and I didn't because like, why?
So I'll be honest.
It's a Chiefs quarterback,
right?
When I saw him play that last game against Denver, because they sat Alex Smith and everything, and I saw Patrick play, I was like, holy crap, this guy's got an arm. I mean, you're playing first string against first string. Denver was playing hard, and I saw him play, and I was like, wow, this kid's good.
I always tell the story of going to that game against the Chargers and seeing him on the sideline with Alex Smith just throwing the ball around. I'm like, who is this kid? Like what? Why do we need him? What's up with this? And then seeing him his first game, seeing him for the last 3 years, like, just blows your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, what skewed him a little bit for the record books is letting him play that Denver game, because that counted as an official start.
Yeah.
Yes. But I mean, he still has all these records for just the amount of games that he's played. And I'm just like, this kid, they talk about Brady as the GOAT. This kid's going to be the GOAT.
Yeah.
We signed him for 10 years. And, in 10 years from now, this kid is going to be the greatest quarterback ever to play.
So interesting stats, since we're talking about that, because I just sent this to my wife's doctor because he's a New England fan. So it says in the first 74 career games, Mahomes, Montana, and Brady is the comparison, all right?
I seen this today on something.
Yeah. So Mahomes loses in this category, which is wins, by one game to Brady. So 58-16 to 59-15 in the first 74 starts. Passing yards, he wins flat out 22,000, 18,000, and 16. And I think the touchdowns is really the key factor. Mahomes has 179, Montana 126, and Brady 111. And interceptions 44, and then Montana 68, Brady 65. So the only category he actually lost in was wins, which was by one game to Brady. So
I saw that today and I just stared at it for a long time, just reading it and basically being in awe of what Mahomes has done
in a short time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the host, was it 4 AFC championship games?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's unbelievable. I mean,
in a row.
Yeah, and I know that. And I know that Mahomes only did 3 of those. So, right? Am I right?
No, he did all 4.
Okay, he did all 4. I was trying to remember in my
Because
head.
the first year they lost to New England.
Oh yeah, with the phantom calls and one toe over the Mm-hmm.
One toe over the line.
Sweet Jesus.
Yeah, D Ford.
And then we win the next 2, and then we lose to the Bengals.
And don't get me started on that one either. Let's just say
I don't have a song to sing for that one. So.
I do. Vegas made the call.
Yeah. It was a beautiful day in Kansas City. The beer was cold and the people were lovely, even though we lost. I was happy to be there.
True that. Yeah, my wife had to break her foot, but Jeremy got to go.
That's right. That's right. And I didn't push her down, Coach. I promise. I did not push her down.
That's your story, and we'll stick to it.
That's right. That's right.
Speaking of going to Kansas City, I wanna mention this. Rob, who has been a Chiefs fan for a long time, has been to Kansas City but never been to a game at Arrowhead.
I have nothing to say.
We're gonna change that for him, hopefully next year.
I'm working on it.
Why don't we get him to tag along one game this year?
I thought about it. Maybe that I know. So the Emperor over there is going to, what's the game before the Bills game you're going to?
Oakland.
The Raiders game.
Yeah. So he's going to go to the Oakland game and then come home and then go with me to the Bills game. But if he's not filling up for it and Rob wants to hit the road.
Oh, I will.
Listen, he's smiling like this is,
What are you going to do?
I got vacation time.
What are you going to do when your dad gets home from the game? Trip him or something?
No, he's going to look at me and go, "We're going back. Let's go. We're going."
You know that's going to happen.
Yeah. But I have been in Arrowhead.
Yes.
We a bunch of my buddies and I used to go to baseball games every year, and the one year they decided they're going to Kansas City, and I said, I'm in. And by the end of the trip, they were tired of me because every time we drive by Arrowhead, I'd go, the Mecca.
Yeah.
And so we decide that we're going to go to the gift shop, and we're in there, and they do the tours, and it's a 2.5-hour tour, and so I'm like, they're like, "Oh, hey, we're all the guys are like, we're chipping in. You're going. I'm like, guys, I came for the baseball game. This is a bonus. Come into Arrowhead, walking into the gift shop, just to walk around the stadium and look." So one of the guys walks up and said, "Hey, this guy's a big, huge Chiefs fan. We're from Indiana. He's got a tattoo. He's, he lives and dies with the Chiefs." And so the guy calls me over and he says, "So you're a Chiefs fan?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm from Indiana." He goes, "Well, come on." I'm like, so I go on my story that, hey, I'm from Indiana. He says, "No, come on." He walks me down into the stadium to look at it, and I just was like, "Oh, sweet Jesus." So I've been in Arrowhead. I just haven't been for a game. And my wife, she keeps going, "I'm gonna get you there. I'm gonna get you there. I'll get you there."
How long you been married?
28 years.
She ain't getting you there.
Wait. How many?
Sorry, Jeremy.
Rob, you look at McGuire. And you say, "You know what Gunner did for his dad?"
I'm just throwing it out there.
I'll try it, but I don't think he'll look at me and go, "I don't care."
Hey, he's been working with us all summer. He's got the money. He could take you on a trip to KC.
He's using that for college. I don't know if I can take his college funds.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
why not?
I made it work.
Well, the funny thing is, in 1992, I sent a letter out to get information about tickets, and when I cleaned up my room, I found this letter. Do you know what season tickets for the field or the club level were at that time in 1992?
I'm gonna go out for 1 seat or 2. What's the price quote?
I think it was just 1 seat. for season tickets, 10 games.
Say 1,500.
Oof.
1,000.
No, keep going down.
Are you serious? 750.
Yes.
Holy shnikes.
5.
Cut that in half.
Oh, still 400?
300.
Oh,
$300.
Oh,
yeah.
Well,
and
you
after
gotta
the
factor
one
in inflation, but
dude, that was
after
not
the
even
one podcast, I went and looked it up, and those same tickets are like $3,500 now for one seat.
I can vouch for that because I
Yeah,
have
you
club
can.
level.
Yep. Yes, you
like,
can.
Yeah, I tell Jeremy every year. So luckily we go to the playoffs. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. You know, I'm paying for the tickets. I every year I sign up. It asks you if we make it to the playoffs, do you want to automatically charge your credit card? I said, hell yeah. So by the time we're done with the playoffs, it's the end of February, basically. And then in March, you got to start paying for your damn season tickets all over again. Dude, I just spent, $5,000 on playoff tickets, people. Let's start this shit in June or something, I mean, let's move it down the road a little bit. But, I mean, they do have nice, you can pay in, I think it's 5 payments, I believe. So if you get tickets, you can do a 5 easy pay, or you can just pay it all at once, whatever floats your boat. I personally don't like giving them all my money at once, so I just slowly pay it.
Well, I was telling my wife what you said. Pick a couple games and sell the rest.
Yep.
And make our money back. And then my daughter's, who's a huge Chiefs fan. I mean, actually, Mahomes fan. She's like, so what 2 games are we going to? And my wife's like, you're only going to 1 and maybe none. And your dad and I are going.
Well, don't tell her what I said, or don't let her watch this till after you get your tickets. Because she'll kick my ass if she ever sees me. But congratulations on 28 years, by the way, though.
Yeah. And those 28 years, I've converted her to a Chiefs fan.
Hoorah.
And I've created a monster in my daughter. I mean, she's all excited about the Colts Chiefs game. She's just
that's the next thing I was going to say to you is, what are your plans for the season there, Rob?
Well, Colts Chiefs, and I need a big Indiana Chiefs podcast sign so I can, because we're right behind the goalpost.
Oh, you have your tickets
that is
already.
A great idea.
You Gunner, get on that.
All right, I will make one. I will print it on my plotter at work, and
I still need the JPEG.
Oh yeah, hey, yeah, I'll get that to you, Phil, right now.
So just on the cuff, why I want it is I want to put it on some towels.
Yeah.
When we go to a game, give to a few people we chat with and say, here.
Yeah. Nice.
Do you need a PNG or JPEG?
Send me both.
Oh, I only have the JPEG on my phone.
That's fine. Because and I want to get one. My daughter's going to print on a sticker for my golf cart.
That's what I look forward to. I want to see it on your golf cart.
Well, you are authorized to put it on your golf cart.
I know. I probably should.
I already cleared it, so I will be dropping one off at your place.
All right.
And if I do not see it on there, I will personally put that bitch on there.
Okay. All right. It's like, I didn't do it. Well, it's not like, it's.
Well, I need one for work.
You do.
And I can put it right there, because everybody sees where I'm at.
Yep, you're right there.
I've come close to putting a sign, Arrowhead Stadium, this many miles from where I'm at.
Dude, that's something we should get at Yogi. That would be awesome.
Just a big sign out there and stick in their front yard that says Arrowhead Stadium.
Yeah.
540 miles.
I would get a metal sign made that just says, Arrow, Kansas City, Missouri, one
Missouri. What the hell is Missouri?
The Mizzou.
Mizzou. 582 miles or whatever. I think that'd be kind of cool to have it at the campground.
How far is it from my house?
Well, for mine, it's about depending on where, it's 538 miles, I think, to one Arrowhead Drive.
So I'm gonna say 600. I'm taking a guess.
580 miles from my house to Lot A.
Oh, to Lot A. Is that the right lot?
I don't, probably not.
Wherever the griddle sits for smash burgers is the right lot.
That's the right lot. That's right.
See, by the way, this year, we're gonna have to mix it up a little bit. We can't do smash burgers every game.
But we did breakfast burritos for the championship game, and they were delicious.
Yeah, that was good. I mean, we got a lot of night games this year, so we can do, we can mix it up.
All right. Well, when we go to Walmart the morning of, we'll decide what we're at.
Just wait till I get drunk at night.
Coach, did you see the and the only reason I seen is because Phil sent me a picture of it, the new Crown Royal boxes for Kansas City?
No, I need to see them.
Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can bring it up and show it, and I'll show it to you in the camera. Real quick here. It's there's so many texts here that I got to get to it. I was showing Bobby, and yeah, this is something that we are definitely going to be looking for while we're out there.
The helmet.
Hey,
well,
Gunner, I may be giving you some cash to pick that up along with the Casey Pilsner.
Do what you need to do. Oh, I'll bring you some Casey Pilsner.
So
that is my favorite beer out there.
Good. Jeremy, you got the one from last year, right? The football one?
Yep. Remember, we had to go hunting for another one because we needed to get one for Gunner. So when we get out there for the first game, I will make sure that I grab 3. So, Coach, I'll make sure you get one. As long as we can find them. As long as we can find them.
Oh, we'll find them. Trust me.
We had to go into freaking Kansas last time. Look at them.
What? That's like when Mahomes came out with, or Hy-Vee came out with the Mahomes Crunch.
Yep.
I was on the road, and I would see all these Hy-Vees, and I would just I didn't. If I had to be somewhere, I just stopped and went in like, do you have the Mahomes Crunch? They're like, oh no, you're out of our region. That's out of our region. I'm like, well, where do I have to be? What region? Well, you're in Minnesota.
Oh shit. Okay. you're SOL.
Yeah.
You get the Jeffrey's Crunch there.
So, which, by the way, I do have that box, the first one they ever made. So, and I did everything to preserve it, which meant you put it in your freezer for an hour to kill anything, and then it's good to go for a lifetime.
Right on. Travis is doing one this year. Is that right?
That is correct. I saw it.
Oh God, so Phil's gonna need a shelf.
For his cereal.
Dude,
where's the Wheaties box? Where's the Wheaties box?
So, not the one with Bruce Jenner on it. No, not that one.
No, Phil, that's Michael Jordan.
So upstairs in the living room, I think I have 3 helmets in the living room, a baseball bat, a poster, all this shit just sitting on my desk upstairs, and I need to move down here. And every day the wife walks by and just shakes her head. She's like, when are you going to move this? I'm like, when I can use my arms.
Yeah, no kidding. I don't know. Let me figure out. Can you see? Right. Let me get it right there. See that little helmet right there?
Yes.
That is my Tyrann Matthews autographed helmet that somebody got me for Christmas. Well, it's actually part Bobby's too, but it's more mine than anything else. That would be a gift from Phil and Karen. That'd be a gift from Phil and Karen.
I can't show you, but I have over on my curio cabinet, I have a Christian Okoye Eclipse and a Tyreek Hill Flash.
Nice.
Helmet.
Nice.
And I picked them up cheap.
Nice. No, my wife was drunk Amazoning like she likes to do, and she was getting me Christmas presents. I wake up in the morning, there's like $410 gone, whatever it was, on 2 items. So I'm like, we don't normally spend quite that much, on each other because we buy what we want. So I didn't give a shit. I went and looked. And I'm like, honey, No, I did. No, I take it back. I didn't look. So I get the Amazon packages, and they came separately, and they're the exact same dimensions. I'm like, did you order 2 of these? She's like, no, I ordered 1. I'm like, why don't you open the box and look? Hon, I ordered 2 on accident. And then I told her, I was like, you know what? I think Bobby and Jeremy would really like that. Instead of making a big deal out of it, we're like, we got their Christmas present done.
It was a beautiful thing, and I love when Karen drunk Amazon shops.
I know everybody does because we give it away to them. Instead of bringing the shit back to Kohl's. But
right on.
Okay,
right
I'm
on.
looking for Mahomes autographs.
I tell you what, we take a case of beer and we go over to Phil's house and we get Karen drunk and then put her phone in her hand. It's like, this is what we need. Oh yeah.
No, it's like
Alexa,
remind me to tell Karen to order stuff off Amazon for me.
There you go.
Yeah, she was up there the other night. I know we're sidetracking a little bit, but it was like 4 a.m. because I got a work call and she was still up. And I walk in the room, it's 4 a.m. and she's on her phone. And guess what site she's on? Amazon. I take her phone. I go downstairs. I put it on the table. I was like, go to bed. No drunk Amazoning tonight.
No drunk Amazoning. I don't need to be drunk to Amazon. Let me tell you, I spend way too much money there as it is.
Well, there's a depot in my house.
I'm pretty sure every time I call the Emperor after work, it's like, oh, Ozzy's barking. Amazon must be here. Literally every time.
Yeah, well, let's see. What came today? Oh, a taco bowl maker, which, by the way, was awesome. And a USB to SATA drive so I can update my crypto miner. That was today's Amazon delivery. But anyway, we're getting off subject.
Now we're talking about Amazon. We love our Amazon.
But yeah, So what else do we have? I'm trying to think if there was anything else I had on my cranium. Let me check what I sent to you, Jeremy.
My notes are done, so I'll probably take backlash for the whole Bears thing. So sorry, not sorry.
I don't think
Hey, they had a chance to draft Mahomes and got Trubinsky instead. So that's all you gotta say.
So, by the way, I was at that game. Was it last year? I think it was last year or year before last when they played on Sunday Night Football for the first time, and Mahomes scored that touchdown, and he came off going like this.
Yeah, start counting. Yeah,
and I couldn't see it from where I was, and I got home and I watched. I DVR'd it and I watched it. I was dying.
Yeah,
and at the game, Coach, there was a guy in a Bears jersey with Mahomes on the back. Don't know if that was his last name or wishful thinking or that's no idea, but I took a picture of it. I thought it was hilarious.
That's awesome.
I love listening to those Bears fans complain. Well, we could have had Mahomes. Yes,
could have,
but we have him.
Yep,
we have him, and that's all that matters.
I'm gonna be.
Or
honest.
they could have Watson, the masseuse.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Actually, even if they had Mahomes, they don't have the offensive line.
Mm-mm.
I mean, we've already seen what happens when your offensive line is decimated for the Chiefs. He's running around for his life. So he could have went to Chicago and failed, for all we know.
Right.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, since I got all you guys here, and I want everybody's opinion. Nagy being in Chicago, taking the heat that he took, being the head coach there, coming back to why are you looking at me that way, Gunner?
I'm looking at Colton.
Me out.
I'm looking at Colton.
I got you.
Evidently, he's got an opinion.
Freaked me out a lot, but yeah, shit. What are your guys' feeling on Nagy coming back to Kansas City as a quarterbacks coach and all that?
I think it's going to make Patrick's going to make him look good again, so he can get a head coaching job. Because, I mean, what are you gonna teach Patrick that hasn't already been taught? Nagy, I liked him, but I like what with Bieniemy. I just wish he would get a head coaching job because I think he's awesome. at what he does, and how he handles that offense.
Yeah, I agree.
But
I was gonna say maybe he's holding on for Reed to retire. Was my thought.
Well, we talked about that over the last couple of years, and him not getting anything, and maybe it was a tag that from when Reed does decide to go, that Bieniemy might be the man.
Well, didn't he try a couple of years ago, and didn't find anything, didn't get anywhere with it?
Yeah, he interviewed with quite a few teams.
Yeah,
yep.
That's what I thought.
I think the last couple of years he has, and they're just like, I'm like, what, my thing is, are they looking at like the Petersons and the Nagys and going, oh, look what they did, and they're from Andy Reid's tree? But then you got to look at the guy from Buffalo that was Andy Reid's, and
right.
Harbaugh in Baltimore. They all were Andy Reid's at one time, and they're successful. So it's, I'm glad we keep Bieniemy, because I think he keeps that offense gelled. He's like one of the few guys that,
until after halftime of the Super Bowl or the AFC Championship.
Yeah, exactly. or the few weeks before when we played them. But it's like Patrick comes off and he just, what I like is when you see Andy and him sitting on the bench, Patrick and Andy sitting on the bench, and they're just talking, going, okay,
right.
Looking at the tablet,
this,
swiping, going, yeah.
They're looking at places to eat.
And, yeah, probably. Hey, let's go to Jack Stack.
Jack Stack, get a
Jack Stack.
BBQ.
Yeah. Or where can we get a good cheeseburger?
Yeah. I'll take some chocolate cake.
Yeah.
But when I had Facebook, I'd have all these different Chiefs sites, and they were like, oh, we need to be worrying, Andy needs to be worrying about the defense. I'm like, no, Andy's got his defensive coordinator, and this is like the first year of Spagnuolo, and they're just ripping Spagnuolo. I said, I've seen what Spagnuolo has done when he was with the Giants. I said, this guy will be there. And that's halfway through the season, we went on that run where we just were dominating off our defense. And I was like, yeah, we're right where we need to be. I used to be one of these guys that would throw things when we didn't win or get mad.
Yeah, me too.
The Buffalo game, I think I went through every emotion as possible in 13 seconds. Heart attack, crying, and then like you said in one of the podcasts, Patrick effing Mahomes, you give him 13 seconds, it's over.
13 seconds, 3 timeouts, and Patrick fucking Mahomes. What more can you ask for?
Do it, Kels.
Which, by the way, just so you know, my crap, I just lost her name in my head.
Karen.
My wife.
No. You are so bad. I let them, my niece, go to that game with her boyfriend. And the next game, Jeremy and I went to.
CJ?
Yeah.
CJ and Knox.
And she was nice enough to buy that Kansas City newspaper that had the 13 seconds and all kinds of pictures and everything in there. So I split the newspaper with Jeremy. He got half and I got half. So, that's going to get framed eventually. But like you said, 13 seconds and Patrick fucking Mahomes.
Well, and the beauty of it is I don't know if you remember in the AFC game against Cincinnati, we ended up in the first half, I think they stopped the clock with 13 seconds on it in the second quarter when we were trying to get that extra score in there. And, Arrowhead's loud. You ain't never heard it that loud. It was insane crazy. It was unbelievable.
That newspaper might be worth about $160 on Facebook.
No shit. If it was in a hole, half of it's only worth about 10, but
Hey man, it was the right thing to do. Like that way there when it's like Wonder Twin Powers activate.
That's right.
We show up and we put the paper
bring them
back
together.
Like long lost brothers.
Patrick Mahomes.
What page? I got page 6. What page do you have?
And make sure they're in order when you put them on.
Yeah, I just figured it'd look cool because he can frame his half, and maybe we should do that soon and get it behind us so we can show it on.
Probably should
podcast.
I got some new flicker stick stuff that I need to get put up. Look at this real quick. Hold on.
Your mic, your mic's blocking the one.
I got your flicker stick.
Hey. So I don't know if you can see this. This is this is
something new.
This is something new. I just got it. This is from the actual
concert he went to.
Concert, yeah. Ow, damn microphone. But this is for the day that I was there. This is the concert poster that they put out for the day that I was
Very
there.
Nice.
Yeah.
It looks nice. I don't know the band, but the poster looks awesome.
Yeah. And then of course I got my hold on. I gotta get it. This is my autographed vinyl that I got from them. I'm sure that all
that
our
one
KC
I did see.
I'm sure all our KC fans gives two shits about flicker stick, but
hey, there's probably at least one out there that does. Like, oh my god,
did you see that?
I told my wife flicker. I
Yeah,
told my wife flicker stick, and she hit me.
Yeah, right in the. All right, well,
Yeah,
let's go ahead and wrap up. Let's go ahead and wrap up what we're talking about.
Hold on, we're not
Bill's
wrapping-
junk.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm happy Nagy's back.
Do what? You're happy? Oh, you're happy Nagy's back. Yeah, we didn't quite make it all the way around, did we? I'm sorry.
No, that's
Yes,
why I said
back.
before you wrap it up, I'm happy he's there. I think he's a good influence. I know people in the Chicago area, and I know that the McCaskies own the Bears, and a lot of people say the McCaskies are cheap. They've proven that multiple times, and I'm just going off what other Bears fans say. I'm not a Bears fan. So is it Maggie's fault they failed? I don't know. I want to see Trubinsky rock it, where he goes to, and that'll just prove, what I'm saying. But I'm happy to have him back. I think he's a positive coach. He's a position coach right now, but who knows? Eric Bieniemy could leave, and then we got Nagy to be the offensive coordinator potentially. Right. Maybe they're looking at the future. So that's my 2 cents.
Well, listen to the call guys next week. Maybe Colton will have a little 2 cents to put in on Nagy too. I know he had some stuff to say in the Golden Image family chat today, so he might have some backlash on the backlash on the backlash. So.
Oh my goodness, it's going to be amazing.
Which is fine. Everyone's got opinions, and that's why we're here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But that's what I see happening. Potentially.
I thought Nagy took a bad rap in Chicago. I think he's a good coach.
So do I.
Don't think I don't think he had the right tools or to make anything happen. And it is what it is.
Families that own football teams are famous for that.
Right.
So look at us in the 70s and 80s, and the Chiefs sucked so bad they couldn't even fill a quarter of the stadium.
And you could get club seats for $300.
Yeah, no shit.
Oh, it would have been funny if those seats were $160 a piece.
I think the cheapest game right now for those seats is preseason. I think it's $92 a seat for a preseason game.
Right on.
$92, and it just drives.
And you can go to Cleveland for $5.
That's right.
Actually, they'll let you in for free if you're gonna actually wear a jersey and cheer for him.
No, you just have
hey, get that homeless guy from in front of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
See if he's got $5 to buy some concessions. Oh man, we're too bad.
No,
call Baker back. He can sit in the nosebleeds.
Oh man,
You can do a book club.
That's
just so you guys know, the security code is 6. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, I know that show was funny. I tell you, he had a great personality, great commercials, and I wish Baker the best of luck.
Yeah, me too. I hope he does well in Carolina.
The one I like the best of those commercials is when he walks over to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Alice Cooper comes in.
Yeah.
Hey, did you order? I don't think these are mine.
Yeah. I just
those big stage shoes, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I just seen a new commercial with him in it, and it's a little girl walking around a store, and you really can't see the person pushing the cart, but they're picking up all the school supplies, and the little girl just looks pissed as hell, and she finally turns, she goes, "I thought you said school was out forever," and it flips over, and Alice Cooper's standing there. He goes, "No, I told you school's out for summer. There's a big difference." It was like some Target commercial, some shit like that. I don't know, but it was hilarious.
That's pretty good though. I like it.
Yeah, that's thinking outside the box right there.
How does Alice Cooper make money?
So what, Gunner, did you have anything on Nagy besides what your friend's gonna?
No, I'm
eventually?
kind of excited to see if he does say anything about it coming up here next week in the Call Guys. And I don't have much on Nagy. I am just excited for this season coming up. I don't care who's there, what's happening. I'm ready for football. You know,
because you have season tickets.
Yeah, I am ready for football.
Are you gonna bring your sword behind you?
Yeah. You want me to turn it on for you? Give me 1 second.
Oh, only if it better turn red.
It doesn't turn red.
I thought it changed different colors.
No, it's green. It does look really good there, though.
No, good spot.
Yeah, definitely.
Why didn't you get the red one?
I have actually they're sitting right here.
He does have a Cairo crystal for it.
Got a blue.
Where's the
And
red?
a purple. I don't have a red.
Where in the hell is the red?
Listen. Green is the best color lightsaber out there.
No, just for this podcast, you
turn
it red.
I could turn it to.
Come on.
Purple looks kind of red. That's like
Purple's Minnesota.
I'm a Vikings fan. I got plenty of red in this room.
Whatever.
Look, there I got 3 flags right there. See those 3 flags?
I see an orange thing. I see.
That's missed minutes.
Oh my gosh.
If you ever let me back on this podcast, maybe by that time I'll have my Tyreek jersey framed and hanging on the wall.
Right on.
You know how many frames I have upstairs waiting for the jerseys to be put in them?
Yeah. Somebody needs to quit being lazy.
Approximately.
Yeah, come on, Phil.
Well, let's just say I bought the frames. I put 2 in the frame, and I have 6 more to go. I just haven't got to it. They're sitting next to all the sports memorabilia right by the doorway as you walk up to the living room there, Jeremy.
Can't remember
the right way to grab them. Yeah. I'll distract him. You know where that's at now.
Oh, you know what? Sorry. There was one thing I did want to say that we didn't talk about. And excuse me. It's about Len Dawson.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Everybody probably knows by now that, he's in hospice care. I wish his family all the luck. He was an awesome quarterback, an awesome champion for the Chiefs. Yes, Lenny Dawson. I met him twice in real person. Got to talk to him a couple of times. Got his autograph on this jersey by him, not through some store. Nothing but top shelf class person. I wish his family the best, and the whole Chiefs organization is behind him, and I don't know what else to say.
Right on.
Yeah, my wife told me that, and I was dumbfounded. But he brought us our first Super Bowl, and I have to put him up with Mahomes and Montana as the 3 greatest quarterbacks ever to play for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yep.
In my estimation.
I'm just glad that he got to see the Chiefs win another Super Bowl, to be honest. I'm sure that once he retired, he did sports casting for the Chiefs for, probably 40, 50 years, whatever it was. Oh. And, all he wanted was a Chiefs Super Bowl, just like Lamar. So, I'm glad he got to see it and live it.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah,
I love listening to those I'd love listening to those radio shows when he was on there, when I used to have my Sirius, and you get the Kansas City home channel, and there was Lynn and there was Mitch, and it was just, they made a great
Oh,
made a great
that's
team.
just a great duo right there.
Yeah, it was amazing. So usually in hospice care, they're not in hospice care for very long, and hopefully it's a peaceful end to a great man. So
here's to Lynn.
That's right.
Cheers.
Rob, do you have anything else you want to say? You're here on the Indiana Chiefs Fans podcast.
Well, especially for Lynn.
Yeah.
If you got any.
I'm glad that you guys invited me on. I've been excited. I've watched every episode. Well, actually, the last episode I listened to when I was cleaning up the school, and Patrick Mahomes is number 15. Kelsey's 87.
Sarah. I think the homeless guy on the streets in Cleveland probably knew that.
It's fun to be able to talk to other fans that are diehards in Indiana. You get a lot of these people that jump on the bandwagon, and as soon as they have a bad game, or they, last year when it went 3-4 and they suck, I don't like them anymore. Well, hey, we've gone through those years where we were 3-13 and 4-12 and not embarrassed, but it's like, oh, you're a Chiefs fan? Yeah, I'm a Chiefs fan. Oh, yep. You guys suck. Yep, we do. But you know what? It'll come around. As long as we beat the Raiders, that's all that matters.
Yep. Do you have predictions for the season?
I'm going 14-3. Somewhere, I think our division is just stacked this year.
Oh yeah.
And I think that we may split home and away games with our division. I mean, but I just don't think, from what we've gotten in free agency and the draft, I just don't see us having a down year. And Mahomes will have like 4,500 yards passing, 45 touchdowns. Kelsey will get his 1,000 yards again. Juju's going to get 1,000. Clyde's going to maybe play all season. I've drafted him 2 years in a row in my fantasy leagues, and it's like, okay. But I always get that I had Damian Williams the year before and Darrell Williams the year after that. So it's like, I'm always got my backup,
Right.
So.
Right.
But I think our defense is going to be very, very tough. The Carlos Dunlap signing, I love that.
Yeah.
With a young D end in Karlaftis, he's going to learn, and you got, once again, there's that rotation. We can, Frank's winded, bring in Dunlap or bring in Karlaftis, and I think we're just going to be, I don't know. I'm excited. I've never been more excited for a year than after the draft, just watching what we took and what we signed. And I'm like, oh, just don't let me down, please. I mean, I remember the year when we won the AFC championship to go to the Super Bowl. The first year when we won it, I was in Philadelphia. And I was in a hotel room, and if they would have had a camera in there, they would have thought I was on drugs or something, because I was just spazzing out. I was just pumping my arms, hitting the floor, thanking the good Lord in heaven that we won. And yeah. Actually, there was a lot of people in Philadelphia that were so excited for Andy Reid to make it to the Super Bowl. And then I went home the week of the Super Bowl and came back to the same hotel, and they all remembered I was a Chiefs fan. They were like, "Oh, we're so glad Andy won. Andy's such a great coach." And I'm like going, "Yes." So, I'm just excited. It's just been like I said, a long time coming, and it's kind of nice when you can put your chest out and say, "Yep, I'm a Chiefs fan, and you can't stop me." So yeah, that's my prediction, 14-3. And I just think it's going to be our conference or our division that's going to be maybe our 3 losses, because
Herbert is a great quarterback, and I think he's going to be.
And that's the only team that really, really scares me is excuse me, I just said San Diego, LA. I don't think Denver has enough to take us. Oakland, there we go again.
Yeah.
Vegas doesn't have they have the tools, but they always seem to a way to falter at the end. So, and that's the the Chargers, they scare me a little bit, but I just think we're going to run away with it again. We're going to be, we're going to have that good record. We're going to get the first round bye and march on to the Super Bowl. And my prediction is not the Eagles. I think we're going to play the Rams even though we play them this in regular season, we're going to play them again, and we're going to smoke them. It's going to be one of them shootouts again.
I like it.
Nice. I do like it. I like it. I like a lot. I like that 4,500 yards from Mahomes. I definitely agree with you on Kelsey over 1,000. I think he'll be the first tight end to ever do that in consecutive years.
The first tight end. He's already the first.
I thought he was tied. I don't know why I was thinking he's tied, but yeah.
No. I think the record was 3 years, and he's already on number 4. This will be number 5.
Yeah. And like with what you said, Phil, it's not so much that they put Gronk over him. It's the George Kittles I hear. Oh, George Kittle this, George Kittle that. George Kittle can't even play a full season.
Right.
George Kittle plays 2-3 games. Oh, I pulled a hamstring, and he's out for 4.
Yep.
Kelsey, he gets banged up, sits one playoff and comes back in and he's it's like he's a monster. It's just, and I don't know. I've always been a Tony G guy, but Kelsey's moving right up there with me.
Yep.
I think we've had the 2 greatest tight ends in the league and ever to play for us. With Tony G and Kels. They just had that thing. I don't know what what you can say. It's just that I mean, I remember I went to see the Chiefs play Detroit up in Detroit, and it was, I think, Tony G's last year with Kansas City, and I walked down to like where as close as I could get to him, and I was just like in awe. I was like, "Oh, Tony G." I had a man crush.
It's all good. It's all good. I feel the same way about Kelsey, but I'm pretty. I had to go back and look. I remember when I seen Kansas City in the RCA Dome back when Priest Holmes. That was actually his very last game.
Mm-hmm.
And because he ended up getting hurt again, and they just he just went and retired. But I'm pretty sure Tony was there for that section of I have to go back and double check now because I'm not 100% sure, but that was Brody Croyle. High expectations.
Such a nerd.
Was Tony G on the Atlanta team when they went to the Super Bowl? Or was that the year after?
That was the
year
after, yeah.
I wanted him
1
to
or
win
2 years later.
Oh, I wanted it so bad. Yeah, I wanted it bad myself. And Atlanta was his best hope. And I mean, I never rooted for another team as hard as I rooted for Atlanta when he was there. So
yeah, because like I said, I collect sports cards, and I have a book of Derek Thomas cards. That's my goal, is to collect every Derek Thomas card there ever was made. And I started kind of collecting Tony G cards, it's like,
right on.
And now it's Mahomes and it's Kelsey. I go into a card shop and, oh, you got a Kelsey rookie for $6? Oh, I'll take it. It's like,
I'm looking at a Patrick Mahomes card right now.
For 160 bucks?
No. I wish it was,
because it's about $2,000.
Yep. Exactly. It is the $2,000 one. So
yeah, because
it is on hold right now because I have to buy something for my wife for our 25th year anniversary.
There you go.
A
$2,000 Patrick Mahomes card.
However, the jeweler is a big sports fan, so he's holding it for me because I buy all kinds of stuff from him. So as soon as I get past this 25-year stuff,
this 25 years
you could have it encased in diamonds, the card encased in diamonds.
There you go.
Well, I already told the wife that's my anniversary present that I'm buying for myself. So, but yeah, I will own that card.
Put that on the list. That's another thing I want. When I go to Phil's house,
yeah. So, yeah, it's. I don't. So we can talk offline on it, but yeah, I'm definitely getting that card. But here I did find. I don't know how well this is going to show up. There's me getting my jersey signed
by Lynn.
Oh,
yep.
Nice.
The light is probably too bright. Hold on. Let me turn it. There we go.
There we go.
Nice.
So,
and you think about some of the coaches we've had too, like Hakestram, meticulating down the field. Let's meticulate down the field. And then we get.
Yep.
I mean, Marty was. Oh yeah.
There we go.
I love Marty.
Marty Ball.
You got another one? How many you got?
Hold on.
He's got way too many.
So if you can see this, so there's Len Dawson, right? I gave him the pen, but it looks like he's passing me a J. Does it not?
Here you go, Phil. Have a smoke.
No, I just
it's legal in Missouri now.
But anyway, I figured you got to see the picture on my phone because it really literally I handed him the pen, but the way the picture was taken, it's like he's trying to hand me something illegal.
That's just good stuff.
But yeah, like the answer gun, I'm just excited this year, like you guys are.
Yeah.
I mean, it's and Gunnar will probably get tired of hearing it because I think from the end of the season till free agency till the draft, I'm just talking like, hey, we can get this guy, we can get this guy, we can get this guy. Hey, this is I wanted us to get that dude that went to Green Bay, that Christian Watson from South Dakota State, and I actually work at the school, and one of the teachers is a big Packers fan, and he wanted Sky Moore. So we draft Sky Moore. He gets Christian Watson. I'm like, well, you guys want to trade?
Just want to trade up.
Yeah, we'll trade up. And then I saw
you saw Sky Moore play, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like going, no, I'm good.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
See, the problem is they were trying to find more compliments to Aaron Rodgers from a receiving core, because they lost quite a few of their, excellent receivers. So,
because I can remember the day we signed MVS. I walked in, he goes, "You son of a gun!" I'm like, "Sorry, man." He wanted to come to a champion that doesn't lose in the NFC Championship game every year.
Yeah.
So,
hoorah!
But
poor Green Bay.
Yeah,
bucket list, boys. Bucket list right there.
I agree with you from the last podcast. That is one place I'd like to go visit.
Yeah, it's gonna have to get done before
Gator dead.
Yeah, before we're too long. Got to get up here and see a game. All right, listen.
I'd like to go while he's still the quarterback. By the way.
All right,
Aaron Rodgers.
Well, that would be a wise choice. I want to go up there and see Sam Skamansky play instead.
I want to see Jordan Love play so we can beat him again like we did last time.
There you go.
And what do we have for next week before you go into your
Chico? What is next week?
Oh man, what are you asking me for? I don't have it up or anything.
Come
I don't
on,
either.
man.
Next week.
You know I ask that at the end of every podcast.
That's true, you do. But we should start just having that up right here at the end.
I probably ought to just get a printout of it so you start checking it off.
Yeah. Next week on the Indiana Chiefs Fans podcast, we are talking preseason. This should be a couple games in, so we're just going to discuss some of the preseason games.
Oh,
so basically, we're going to talk about the Commanders game and then maybe look forward to the Green Bay game.
Yeah, and then we got cuts and acquisitions, and then projections for episode 10. So
episode 10, that's the wives club right there. We're going to bring in all the wives and do all the predictions. That'll be entertaining beyond words.
Well, again,
Gunner, get Sarah a roster with all the players' numbers.
With numbers and everything. I will print one for her so she has it.
That was cracking me up.
And Orlando Brown Jr. was not from.
That's so Raven.
That's so Raven. He's a big boy.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny though, but she had a great time.
So is he number 58? No.
58, yeah. As you look at Phil's jersey right there, I can see the 58. Yeah, that's wrong.
I think I dropped to my knees when she said 58. Like, oh.
So, wait, I did ask a question during all that, and I never did get an answer. And maybe, Coach, maybe you know this. Did they retire 58?
Not to my knowledge.
Not that I know of, but I don't think.
Nobody wears it.
No, I don't. I have not yet seen one other player wear it. I was doing some research, like the Hall of Fame or whatever, the Chiefs Hall of Fame, and he was inducted in soon after his death. And I don't know if that means when they induct them that they retire their jerseys or what. But.
Okay, I stand corrected.
It is?
No, I don't usually normally Google things on this podcast because I just go off of my head, but we're talking about DT. So number 58 was not issued after the death of Derek Thomas until it was officially retired in 2009.
There you go. 2009, retired.
Yeah, when we bring up DT, I'll Google it.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Because I waiting to get on, I was on YouTube and I saw some like that game, November 11th, 1990, 7 sacks against David Craig.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just like, he was, people say, well, Lawrence Taylor was the greatest linebacker. I'm like, guys, you've got to put DT in there because never, Lawrence was good. I mean, like I said, I watched football. So, I mean, I saw these guys. I watched them. But I've never seen a guy come off the ball like Derek Thomas. I mean, just the way he would just get to the quarterback. I mean, it was unbelievable. And some of the commentators, well, you got to watch out for Thomas because he's going to come off that edge. And it's like, you can watch all you want. He's coming. And you better put about 6 people on him because if you don't, he's coming right through you. And I mean, he was just one of those guys. I mean, the day that he had the accident, I think I broke down. And then the day he died, I was devastated. I mean, he was my guy. And I've got 2 of his jerseys. And the only time I wore it was the year we won the Super Bowl. I wore his jersey, and every time we'd score, I just tap my chest and point up in the sky and say, "Thank you, Derek. Thank you, thank you, thank you."
Like it.
He just was one of those guys. I mean, if I could find anything on Derek Thomas, memorabilia, autographs, cards, I'm grabbing it. I don't care if it costs me $160. I will grab it.
It's gonna cost you more than 160.
Yeah, I
know. Well, you just hope it's only going to be 160.
Yeah.
If you find something signed by Derek that's COA, yeah, you're paying over 160, probably 200, even just for $250 probably
The mouse pad.
minimum for a card. Just for a card.
So what do you use?
That's
Mahomes?
my
Better
mouse
hide that.
pad.
You use Mahomes out in the. No, you use Mahomes right there, don't you?
No, I gave your mother Mahomes.
Okay, gotcha.
She took it to work. This is my DT. I bought these in a package, yeah, this one goes with me when I go DJ. So, or pretty much everywhere, to be honest. But yeah,
You ever heard that? You ever heard that song, "Hang the DJ"?
Yes, kill the DJ. Someone kill the DJ. Yeah, of course I've heard that. It's Green Day.
Green Day.
I know. I'm just messing with you.
All right, listen. This has been great. Rob, thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it, and definitely we're going to want you to come back and hang out with us again.
Oh, 100%.
Sure. Yeah. So, but we got to wrap this up.
Yeah, Rob, we got to go to work in the morning.
Because I told my family, oh, it's going to be about an hour and a half.
Yeah,
we're on 2
we're
hours.
pushing 2, yeah, almost 2.5. So listen, yeah, thank you so much for joining us. It's been great having you here, and hopefully you've enjoyed yourself today, and you'll want to come back and hang out with us.
I enjoy it. Oh yeah,
Right,
definitely. I mean, I like to meet you outside of this place, outside of the Zoom, and hang out and just talk Chiefs all day. As I once said, I can talk Chiefs all day long for 24 hours. And they looked at me like, I can talk them. I mean, you get me on the Chiefs, and I'm not coming off of them.
Yep.
So,
That's the beauty of being a longtime fan. You got lots of stories and lots of memories to tell. So that's what makes it great. But
yeah.
All right, Chico, you going to take us out?
Sure. Everybody, thank you for listening to the Indiana Chiefs Fans Podcast. You can find us wherever you get your podcasts, whether that be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, anywhere else you get your podcasts. You can also get us on Facebook. If you ever want to send us some comments or message on there, you can send us that message to facebook.com/INChiefsFansPod. Or if you want to get a hold of us by email, that is inchiefsfanspodcast@gmail.com. And while you're at it, go check out the Call Guys Podcast, facebook.com/The Call Guys Pod, Golden Image Podcast, facebook.com/Golden Image Podcast, the Murdnerds Podcast, facebook.com/Murdnerds, and the United States of Paranormal Podcast, facebook.com/United States of Paranormal.
And by the way, just real quick, congratulations to the United States of Paranormal. They reached their 10,000 views
Awesome.
today. So yeah, we're pretty excited about that here around Golden Mojo Entertainment. Congratulations to them and all their hard work. So
Congrats.
They're killing it. Rob, thank you. Thanks for hanging out.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeesh.
And
All
one
right,
thing I say, let's go Chiefs.
Yeah, we forgot to do that at the end.
I haven't gotten.
He hasn't even closed it out yet, Bill.
What are you waiting on?
From our little slice of Chiefs Kingdom right here in the great state of Indiana, I only have one thing to say. How about those
How about those
Chiefs?
Chiefs?
Later.